Uh, hello there. You're Emmy, right? You're the 35-year-old granny with no kids? The same Emmy? Am I right?
Excuse me. Can I ask who this is?
Answer me first. What is this? I'm the one who's asking the question. Nobody answers a question with a question. That's super rude.
Well, you're contacting me. Isn't it respectful first state your name? You seem to know perfectly well who I am, but I have no idea who you are. I know better than to start blabbering about my personal information to some stranger.
Yeah, I get it. You old ladies are all the same. Always belly aching about this or that. I'm Mandy. I'm a college student at Stinson Medical College.
A med student at Stinson? Really? So you're studying to be a doctor, huh?
You got that right. This med student is in the process of going steady with Mark.
Wait, excuse me? Are you aware that Mark is my husband?
Yeah, I'm perfectly aware. But sorry to say, he's got money and he's all mine now.
So that means he's cheating on me. You're having an affair with a married man.
Please stop with the words like cheating or having an affair. Just sounds so vulgar. We're just two innocent people in love. Just because you're jealous, it gives you no right to be so presumptuous.
All I'm doing is verifying the facts, that's all. Anyway, am I correct in assuming that you and my husband are currently in an illicit relationship?
Yep, that's right. Still don't like how you phrased it, but whatever. I'm really sorry about all this, lady.
You seem so nonchalant about all of this. Is this just your character? It's just the kind of person you are, I suppose.
Well, I guess. People do say I have an outgoing personality, if that's what you're asking. Maybe it's just that I'm younger and more energetic.
Pardon me?
I'm 21 now. Just turned 21 a month ago. As young as they come.
21, huh? Okay, what about it?
What I'm trying to say is that, unlike you, I'm not an over-the-hill 35-year-old woman. I'm young and vibrant. I have way more value than you. That's what I'm saying. Can you refute that?
Yes, I suppose you're right. There are plenty of women like me around. But I'm curious. Don't you feel cheap dating a married man? Someone way older than you?
Feel cheap? What are you talking about?
And you do realize that Mark is 36 years old, right? He's 15 years older than you. Seems like an old man by your standards.
An over 30 guy is no way the same as an over 30 woman. Everyone knows that. Mark is what you call a dandy, attractive, middle-aged gentleman.
You describe Mark as dandy? Attractive, middle-aged gentleman? You're not serious.
Why so surprised?
Kind of weird for me to say, but that tired, out-of-shape guy, an attractive, middle-aged gentleman? Are we talking about the same person? I really can't understand what you young people are thinking these days.
I think that's just a jealous old lady talking. You got to get out more instead of knitting or whatever you do at home. Besides, no matter what you say, it's too late. Your husband, the prestigious doctor, told me he wants to marry me, the vibrant and beautiful girl, 15 years his younger.
Wait, did you just say he's a doctor?
You think I didn't know that he makes in excess of $300,000 a year? And his father has his own medical practice. And obviously, he will be taking over that practice after his father. And he lives in that 3-story building with that huge backyard and 3-car garage, right? He has his clinic out on the 1st floor.
Where the hell did you get all this information?
My grandfather used to go there regularly when he was sick years ago. That's the reason I decided to pursue a career in medicine. was because my grandpa was so enamored by Mark's father that he wanted me to become a doctor like him. I've always maintained good grades, and I think I had the brains for it. I was just able to get in this med school.
I see, but
To be honest, I don't want to be a doctor. I figured I could just squeak by. Once I get into med school, the guys would clamor for me. Brains and beauty kind of thing. But all that studying, it's getting to be a hassle. There's just so much to learn. That was the mood I was in when I happened to attend one of those matchmaking parties at school. That's where I ran into this dandy doctor with a high annual income. On top of that, he was the son of the doctor that treated my grandfather years ago. I mean, if that's not fate, I don't know what is.
my first thought is, why is a married man attending a matchmaking party?
See? That's what I'm saying. You middle-aged women always nitpick every detail. That's why your husband dropped you.
Mandy, was it? One important thing.
We're really getting off track here. The fact is, Mark and I are in love. So, I would appreciate it if you would just divorce him ASAP.
You two are really being bold here, I have to say. I'm not only talking about you, but also my husband for attending some matchmaking party and seducing a college student.
Seducing, huh? Yeah, well...
I can't very well decide on a divorce over the phone, so I'll contact you later on after I verify it with Mark. Oh yeah, Mandy, there is one thing I must warn you about. I really think you should do a little more research on Mark if I were you.
Pardon me?
I don't know how all this came about, but I think you got your wires crossed somewhere along the way.
What are you talking about, lady?
You go on like this, and you will reap the consequences. Your whole life could be jeopardized. Okay, that's all I have to say. I'll contact you later.
Bye, finally! I never thought you would grant that divorce. I guess it couldn't be helped. I bet you broke down and probably wouldn't throw in the towel to the bitter end, right? That's why it took so friggin' long.
Huh? I was all for it from the very start. Actually, I thought the whole thing was settled pretty quickly given the circumstances. It was total chaos. What with getting his parents and relatives involved in the whole mess, I was so darn relieved that the divorce papers went through.
You sure know how to put a brave face on. As long as the divorce is complete, I don't care about the rest. And about having to pay damages or compensation to you or whatever, Mark will take care of all that. We start our lives with a clean slate. If you even think about getting near him, I'll fetch the police on you right away. Just remember that.
I was just gonna say the same thing to you. I guess you simply ignored my warning. Didn't even bother to check up on Mark. I just hope you two will just disappear from my life for good. That's my only desire.
Seriously? I really can't figure you out. We're on completely different wavelengths. Hey, Emmy. Mandy here. Hey, when are you going to move out of that house? You know that 3-story place, Main Street?
Excuse me.
I already terminated my apartment lease. I have to be out of here by the end of the month, which is like tomorrow. I really would like to move in this afternoon. I need to get my stuff over there by the end of the day and start living my dream. A rich wife of a super successful doctor. So I need his ex-wife to pack it up and vacate the premises.
Oh, Mandy, I really don't know what you're talking about. It's none of my business whether you marry or not, but shouldn't you give priority to finishing school first?
Like I said before, I have no interest being a doctor. And besides, now that I'm married to a successful doctor, why work, right? So I went ahead and quit school. How do you like that?
Wait, you quit school? I'm sure it wasn't easy to get in. Seems a little reckless, don't you think?
I told you. The whole thing is just one big hassle. My husband brings in more than $300,000 annually. Why work? I'm just fine being a housewife, thank you. I couldn't wait to quit that school. was getting tiresome.
I see. You really got your wires crossed somewhere. You're headed straight toward disaster. I warned you.
What the hell are you talking about? Keep blabbering about that nonsense. What's up with that? Are you okay up there? Hello? Anybody home? Let's cut the crap. I want you out of there today. Do the vanishing act. If you don't hurry up and get your ass out of there, I won't be able to take my place as the new landlord's wife.
Tell me, Mandy, why would I move out of my own house? This house has been in my family for years.
Excuse me? Your house? Been in the family? What are you blabbering about?
What a hassle. To borrow your words, Mark has already been forcibly returned to his parents' home back east, and so I suppose I'm the one that has to explain all this to you.
What are you talking about? Forcibly returned? Back east? Where back east? What are you talking about?
Let's set one thing straight right off the bat, shall we? The doctor you keep mentioning, that would be me. And the 3-story home and clinic that you're so fond of, that's my father's place. He built and ran that clinic for years. I will be taking over his practice when the time comes.
Wait, no way!
I talked to Mark and his reasoning is this. He said he lived at that house, but he never said he was a doctor.
Then what does he do? What's Mark's job?
He's currently unemployed.
Excuse me? Unemployed?
He worked at a clothing factory over in the next country for several years, but after marrying me, the factory went bankrupt and he left without a job. Ever since then, he's been without gainful employment.
No, I can't be.
After our divorce, he returned to his parents' place, and in order to pay off the debt to me, he's working several jobs.
Come on! You're making this all up. You are making all up, right?
I'm not making it up. If you doubt what I say, ask your grandfather.
Huh? My grandfather?
Yes. You said your grandfather came to our clinic and he was so taken by the treatment he got that he urged you to go to med school. That's what you said, don't you remember? I also remember an old man that used to come here. I'm sure he'll remember me.
This can't be right. Are you serious?
He's probably extremely angry at you for insulting the doctor's family that he's so respected. What's more, you quit med school. I hear your grandfather paid your tuition and your monthly allowance. I don't know the circumstances, but I would be furious.
This is not happening. Emmy, please. I just can't pay this compensation to you. Please. I was receiving a regular allowance from my folks while I was in college, and I've never worked a part-time job in my life. So could you...
I know you were expecting Mark to pay for all of that, but you want to know the truth, Mandy? It's a tough world out there. You better wake up to the fact.
But I had no idea that... I was only trying to...
I suggest you return home, work things out with your family first.
I can't do that. I really can't. My folks told me to come back, but my grandpa is there too, and I really can't handle him right at the moment.
We talked about this through our lawyer. This is no joke, Mandy. It's not about you simply getting a slap on the wrist. Can't you get that through your pretty little head?
But what am I supposed to do?
You're gonna pay that compensation. The amount we agreed on through our lawyer. Your folks agreed on it too, so pull up your socks, grit your teeth, and bear it.
I just don't have that kind of money.
If you have any other comments, please refer to my lawyer.
I'm completely broke. What do you want from me?
Goodbye, Mandy. She mistook my husband for a doctor and stole him away from me. I really don't mind that part, to be honest. As a matter of fact, I was contemplating divorce for years. I tried to warn her, but she was so obsessed with being a rich doctor's wife that she would not listen. She was so infatuated with being a rich wife, she even quit school for God's sake. She had the brains to get into med school. Such a waste. I suppose being smart doesn't automatically mean a person has common sense. I heard that her grandfather paid for the damages on her behalf, but he's making her pay every cent back along with the tuition that he paid so far. He apparently introduced her to a live-in job as a cleaning lady for some rich family. She said she never worked a day in her life, so I can imagine how tough it will be on her. But maybe it's the perfect medicine for her. She's still young, and I hate to admit it, smart. She'll get through it somehow.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Mrs. Zimmerman, why? Do you have some sort of huge debt or something? Unlike me, who graduated
Good evening, Miss Sungren. Sorry for disturbing you. Fire her.
This proves that I'm the best. I haven't even been working.
decide to get married. She fell in love with a handsome man and they started living together. She now just lives with him and does everything he says.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Tina, are you there? I was just wondering if you had a little bit of time to talk with me. I really hope that you're not too busy right now. I have a little game that I'd like to play with you. Can you guess at all where I am right now?
Oh, Mindy, there you are. No, I have no idea where you are right now. Where are you? I'm here at the chapel and not even my fiancé is here either. And it's the day of my wedding. People are freaking out over here. It's just chaos. We are all trying to figure out where Jack is. I don't know what to do right now. Do you have any idea what's going on?
Oh, are people really in that much of a tizzy? I guess that makes sense, though.
What are you talking about? Is something about this funny to you? This is really, really serious.
Well, I guess you didn't want to play my little guessing game, huh? If that's the case, I guess I'll just come right out and say it then.
Just tell me what you're talking about already.
The answer to where I am right now is... drumroll please. In a sleazy motel with your fiancé, Jack.
You're in a motel with Jack right now? On the day that we are supposed to be getting married?
Do you still not get it? Are you really that stupid? I said we're in a sleazy motel. Can you guess from that?
Just come out and say what you're trying to say already.
You're no fun. Jack and I are making love in a motel right now. And that means that you aren't going to be getting married today. In fact, that was never gonna happen since Jack and I stopped by the courthouse earlier today and had our civil service.
What are you saying? This has to be some kind of joke, right?
Unfortunately for you, it is no joke. It's all really happening. And if you really want to know, this isn't even the first time that we're getting together. We first hooked up last night, and ever since then, we haven't left the bed. Except to get married, of course. And Jack's turned his phone off, so don't even bother trying to call him either.
Mindy, what is the matter with you? I was supposed to marry Jack. We were engaged. How could you do this to me? How could you sleep with my fiancé on the day of my wedding? Mindy, answer me right now!
Hey there, big sis. How long has it been? I feel like it's been at least a whole year, right? How have you been lately? I'm sure you're already way over this silly little incident between us last year, right?
Mindy? Is that really you? I don't think I've heard from you ever since the day that I was supposed to get married. What are you doing messaging me out of the blue like this?
Right, well, you see, the thing about Jack is that we're not living together anymore.
Oh, really?
I know, right? It really is such a ripoff. I went through all that effort of stealing him away from you, and then not long after that, we ended up breaking up.
You broke up with Jack?
Yeah, that's right. Well, actually, I found a new man and brought him over, and Jack didn't like that one bit.
What the heck are you talking about? You mean to tell me that you sleep with my husband, humiliate me on my wedding day, and now you have a new boyfriend?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But I guess I can't really help doing things like that when I'm this cute.
That isn't what the problem is here, Mindy.
Anyways, the reason that I wanted to reach out was to tell you that I'm going to be coming back to live with Mom and Dad, and I'm bringing my kid with me. So make sure you have a room ready for us. Got it?
Wait, your kid? What do you mean?
Well, after that night, I got pregnant with Jack's kid, and I just gave birth a couple months ago now. But then Jack found out that I was sleeping around, and so he kicked me and our baby out.
What is the matter with you?
You're so funny. Anyways, I'm spending the night at a friend's place tonight, but then tomorrow I'm headed over, okay? I should be arriving sometime in the afternoon. And one more thing. I'm probably going to be really busy going out with my new man, so you're going to be doing lots of babysitting for me.
Are you kidding me right now? Please tell me this is some kind of joke.
Don't tell me that you're still hung up on Jack or something. Well, in that case, you should be happy about this. Not only is my kid your niece, but it's also Jack's baby as well. You could pretend like it's yours and like you and Jack had a baby together.
You are honestly out of your mind. Do you seriously think that I'm going to go along with this? There isn't a place for you here, so don't bother coming home.
But why not? What's the matter?
Well, there would be no point in you coming back home.
And why not? What's wrong with the house? I'm gonna be coming home and that's final.
Well, we've actually already moved away.
Do you really think I'm going to believe such a stupid lie like that? Anyways, just clean up my room and get things ready for us. Oh, Tina! Are you there? Your little sister's finally back home! But man, you guys really did do a lot of work around here while I've been gone, huh? Looks like a whole new house. Every room looks like it's been totally refurbished. This is amazing. Everything is so shiny and new. Is this why you didn't want me to come back? So that you could have this amazing place all to yourself? Well, your little plan didn't work, did it? You guys even set up a garden and my room overlooks it. Well, anyways, I guess you and I are going back to living together as of today, huh? But where is everyone? The whole house is empty. Oh well, I'll just help myself to what's in the fridge until you get back. You have no idea how tough it is being a single mother. I feel like I can finally relax. Hey Tina, are you there? Just what the heck is going on here, huh?
Ugh, what do you want this time?
I mean that there are a bunch of strangers living in our house. They all showed up and threw me out of there. Hurry up and get back here right now. This is really bad. I have to call the cops.
Wait a second, are you back in our hometown right now?
Well, no, duh. I said I was going back home. Where else would be home but in our hometown?
But I already told you that we'd all moved away.
What do you mean?
I mean that after you ran off with Jack, we decided to move away to a new home.
Wait, you mean that you were telling the truth?
Why would I even lie about something like that?
But why would you just move without even telling me?
Because you were the whole reason that we moved away in the first place. Why would we give you our new address?
What do you mean that was the reason? That doesn't make any sense.
Are you kidding me? I invited all our family and my friends to my wedding a year ago. That means on that day, basically everyone we knew learned that you had stolen my fiancé away from me. I was humiliated. I felt like I could hardly show my face around town without there being whispers following me. You ruined my life and my reputation there. That's why we moved away.
But I still don't get it. If that's the case, then why didn't you just move away? Why did Mom and Dad have to go too?
Well, that's because they didn't want to give you a place to go back home to.
What is that supposed to mean?
I mean that they think you're a spoiled girl who needed to be taught a lesson. Not to mention the fact that the rumors didn't just stop at me. They were talking about Mom and Dad too. We all just wanted to move away and get a fresh start away from you.
Oh, crap!
What's the matter now?
The cops just showed up.
I suppose it was just a matter of time.
Oh man, the cops showed up and made me pay for all the food I ate, but I only had $15 left to my name. What am I supposed to do?
Don't tell me that they are letting you go with just that.
Apparently, one of our old neighbors explained that I used to live there, so they let me off with a serious warning.
Well, that's just great. Basically useless.
It's not great. Now tell me where you live right now.
Why don't you just go and move in with your new boyfriend, huh?
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Tina, are you there? You're not going to believe this, but I caught my new boyfriend cheating on me. He said that the girl was his girlfriend and that they lived together. Then he started calling me a stalker and kicked me out of the house.
Wow, your life is just a real mess, huh?
What is that supposed to mean, huh?
I mean that you thought you could get away with doing whatever you wanted with no consequences. But that's not how things work. You're not a politician.
Is that a joke?
A bad one, yes. And are you doing all of this running around from house to house while breastfeeding your baby?
That's right. I'm tired, I'm sore, I'm sad, and I just want help.
Tell me where you are right now.
I'm by the Central Metro station.
All right, just wait right there. Do you see that Motel 8 across the street from the station?
I think so. The kind of purple building?
Yep, that's the one. I rented a room there under your name for tonight, and it's already paid for with my card.
Did you really do that for me?
That's right, but it's only for the night. I told the front desk that as well.
Of course, thank you so much.
And you have to check out tomorrow at 10. Got it? After that, I want you to wait outside.
Got it. I'll do that. I knew I could count on you, big sis. Tina, what's going on? Why is our uncle here?
Oh wow, it's already 10 in the morning, huh?
Just tell me what's going on. I thought that you were going to be picking me up.
I never once said that I was going to be doing that.
What do you mean?
I mean that in all this time that we've been talking, you haven't once apologized for what you did to me. I told our uncle that if you did, I would have set you up in a little apartment for a while, but you never did.
What do you mean? What's going to happen then?
Well, you're going to go live with Uncle Charlie now.
Wait, what? No way.
Mindy, it's either that or nothing. You ruined my wedding, made us move away, cost me so much in wedding preparation fees, and did so much more. Now, I'm going to make you and Jack pay for all that you cost me.
But if the wedding didn't happen, then why did you still have to pay?
We canceled on the day of. Every service, venue, catering company that we paid for was there that day, and they charged the full fee for the cancellation. Of course someone has to pay.
And you're going to make me pay for all of that?
That's right. Every single penny.
But what about Jack? Shouldn't he have to pay too?
Oh, I've already gotten his share of what he owes me.
You have?
That's right. He wired me the money when I told him it was that or I'd sue him. You have the same choice.
You wouldn't actually sue me, would you?
I won't if you work in our uncle's shop until you've paid back all $50,000 you owe me.
Are you kidding me? How am I supposed to get that back?
Well, it won't be easy considering the fact that you also have a child to take care of, but that's life, I guess. Out of the fire and into the flame, as the saying goes. That's what I thought when I sent that last text to Mindy. My Uncle Charlie owns a restaurant where he got Mindy a job. Meanwhile, my aunt watched over the baby while she was at work. These days, when she's not at home taking care of her kid, Mindy is washing dishes and keeping the eatery spotless. Although she can't work many hours since she still has to go home to take care of her little one. I imagine that she'll be paying me back for a long, long time. I just hope the kid doesn't come out too messed up from all of this. As for me, while I didn't exactly lie about moving away,
The truth was that my family and friends and neighbors all actually rallied behind my parents and I after what Mindy did. There were never any rumors, and everyone was so kind and sweet. Still, we couldn't stand the idea of being such huge objects of pity for everyone, and for personal reasons too, decided that it would just be better to move away. That being said, we only moved a town away, and are still quite close to our old hometown. I'll walk by my Uncle Charlie's restaurant now and then and see Mindy hard at work, but she is always far too busy to ever look up and notice me watching her from the window as I pass by. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
So, Natasha, it seems like the 3 months you were given to live are just about over, aren't they? Finally, I'll be able to marry Rebecca, my one true love.
Excuse me? What are you talking about, Jeremy? I literally just said that I was going on a business trip, and you think I'm never going to be coming home again or something? Besides, Rebecca is the name of my oldest friend. You aren't being serious about her, right?
No, I'm talking about the exact same Rebecca you are. It was about a year ago, when you or I were having that housewarming party. That's when we first got to know each other and fell in love. Before long, we had exchanged numbers and were going on dates with each other all over town. And when I say goodbye to her, I can feel my heart pining a mere 10 minutes later.
Really? Because it sounds to me like you've just been having an affair with Rebecca behind my back.
Are you kidding me? Is that all you got out of that? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter since you'll be dead soon. You can say all the cool things to me that you want. Soon I won't have to worry about you anymore.
I seriously have no idea what you're talking about. You're not making any sense at all.
Oh, please. Why try and hide it from me when I already know it? I heard you talking on the phone with someone about only having 3 months to live.
Ah, you mean you were listening to my phone conversations?
That's right. So now all about how you were giving your death sentence, and now it's gonna hold 3 months. Soon you'll die and I won't have to worry about pay for the alimony or splitting up our things. It'll be the perfect ending to this wedding. Oh crap, did I remember to sign you up for a life insurance policy?
I really can't believe what I'm reading right now.
And I just know I'm going to be able to use the pity I get once you're gone to get so many things out of different people. Everyone will be bending over backwards for the poor widow husband who stood by your side until your final breath.
Well then, I hope you can allow me to ask you one more question before I go. Just how many times did you see Rebecca without me knowing?
Is that really the last thing you want to hear from me before you finally kick the bucket? Well, far be it from me to deny someone their final wish. I already told you that we first really started seeing each other about a year ago. But ever since then, we always find excuses to go out or even run errands together. So I say it's been almost every day since then.
So then, all the times that you told me you were having to stay late because of overtime were really...
That's right. It was always about me spending more time with Rebecca instead. I practically moved into her place once I heard that you only had 3 months to live.
And I take it this was right around the time that I left for my long business trip that I'm on right now, yes?
That's right. But even before then, it's not like you ever had any idea what was really going on between us.
I see. I think I finally understand the full picture. And this is really the last thing that you want to say to me before I die?
It won't matter at all when you're buried in the dirt. All you've been is an obstacle to me getting to spend all the time I want with the true love of my life.
I really hope that you didn't spend too much time trying to think of these petty little things to say to me. You sound more like a little kid dying for attention than you do a proper man.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh?
I mean that I don't know if you've been hit in the head lately, but you're acting like a moron, Jeremy.
You're still not making any sense, you walking dead woman.
I thought you said that I was allowed to say whatever mean thing I wanted to you, no?
Oh, right. I guess I did say something like that, didn't I?
Anyways, I suppose I've gotten enough out of you, so I'll be taking my leave now.
Oh, you will be taking your leave, I'm sure about that. You know, for a dead woman, you seem to be awful snug. Not that it's going to make a difference. Oh, by the way, I want to ask what hospital it was that you're in. I imagine since you're on death's door, you're probably wasting away at some hospital bed somewhere, right? I was just curious since I haven't gotten a call from anywhere.
And just why would you want to know something like that? Would you come and say goodbye to me if you knew where I was?
In your dreams. I just need to know so that if someone asks me, I'll have an answer for them and come off looking like a good husband. It's a little thing called thinking ahead. I guess you haven't had to do much of that lately, though.
I see. So basically, you want to make sure that you have your story straight about how your wife died before you married Rebecca. Is that right?
And just why do you care about any of that anyways, huh?
Well, first of all, I'm not in any hospital right now.
Oh, really? You're not? So you're just lying at bed at home withering away then? Well, thanks for letting me know. I'll be sure to avoid coming home then.
Are we done here? I still have some errands I need to finish.
Is that supposed to be some kind of joke or something? Why would a person with mere hours to live be worried about running errands? Oh well, it's not my life. Just make sure you get the most out of your final hours on Earth.
You know, more than anything, I just feel bad for Rebecca.
Maybe you should be more worried about yourself. Because Rebecca and I are about to take a week-long vacation together. Hey, Natasha! What the heck is going on here? Why is all this now about you suing me? This doesn't make any sense! You're supposed to be dead!
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint, but I'm only acting well within my rights because you were cheating on me.
But this is pointless! Even if you are somehow still alive, you must really be dying any day now. What's the point of trying to get money from me if I'm just going to inherit it all when you die anyways?
You think that you're going to inherit all my things when I'm gone? I don't know if you can count on things that are so far in the future, Jeremy.
What are you talking about? You're already on borrowed time. I thought you were dead already.
I'm afraid that I was never given any kind of death sentence.
But I heard it on the phone. You were talking to someone and they said that, right?
That's right, I was talking on the phone to someone. But the one who was given 3 months to live wasn't me, but that person I was talking to.
Are you kidding me? Well then who the heck were you talking to on the phone?
That would be Rebecca.
I don't understand. What do you mean by that?
I mean that the person I was talking to on the phone the day that you were listening in was Rebecca.
No, that can't be right.
It's true. She called to tell me that she only had 3 months to live and that she wanted to spend them with you. But you only heard one half of the conversation and thought that it was me that wasn't long for this world.
So then, it was really Rebecca who only had 3 months to live? Natasha! I want you to know that Rebecca and I are through!
What are you talking about now, Jeremy?
Look, I was really shocked when you told me that it was actually Rebecca who only had a few months to live. But then I realized that there was no point in staying with someone who was so close to death. Plus, I figure I already have a wife who's healthy and I didn't need a girl like Rebecca anymore. So anyways, we could just go back to the way things were now. I was thinking that you could cook my favorite meal to celebrate putting this all behind us.
Jeremy, I'm afraid that you're making a huge mistake again. First of all, I'm still going to divorce you. And second of all, you are still going to pay me for your affair with Rebecca.
What? But why would you do this to me?
I don't care if you and Rebecca did break up. You still cheated on me.
But it didn't mean anything. I was just fooling around a little is all.
That's just the problem. You were fooling around while married. Honestly, I have no idea why you think I would want to stay with you after all of that. Even if we did stay together, it wouldn't fix anything that you did.
No, hold on. This isn't how this was supposed to go. You're supposed to be happy that I chose you in the end. This is a good thing. Be happy!
Let me let you in on a little secret you might not be aware of.
What more could you possibly have to tell me?
Do you know what Rebecca's friends call her behind her back at all?
I have no idea. What do they call her?
They call her a cheater and a liar.
They call her a liar?
Not only that, but she's well known for how cunning and sneaky she can be.
But I don't get it. That isn't the Rebecca that I know.
Well, that's because she is the type of person who would lie to anyone to get what she wants.
Wait a second. Does that mean that she's not actually dying right now?
That's right. It was all a pathetic little lie to try and get me to give you up to her.
Oh, come on! That's just ridiculous!
I know it sounds crazy, but she's been like this ever since we were kids, actually. She would always lie about being sick or hurt or whatever else to get people to feel sorry for her and let her do whatever she wanted. So when she called telling me that she had months to live, I figured it could only be another one of these plots. I didn't really think much of it until you came to me thinking that I was the one who was dying, and then you revealed all about your affair with her. You admitted to every little detail of your affair with Rebecca, and saved me the effort of needing to find any evidence.
But that means there was no reason for me to break up with Rebecca in the first place! I can't believe it. Rebecca totally just blew me off. I told her that I forgave her for lying about dying because I knew she only did it to be with me. But she said she was already over me. How'd they all come to this?
Oh, I guess I forgot to tell you one last thing about the kind of person Rebecca is.
What do you mean? What did I miss?
Well, the moment anyone shows any disinterest in her, she automatically loses any positive feelings towards that person. She might have loved you one day, but now she'll be nothing but frigid. Really, she's just a very prideful person.
I had no idea about any of that!
Well, I'm afraid that you already blew up any chance you had with her when you two broke up the first time. She's probably already moved on to some other guy by now. She does tend to work awfully fast.
I really had no idea that she was that kind of woman, though. You should have warned me. Why didn't you say that it wasn't you who was dying but Rebecca? And why didn't you tell me that the whole thing was probably just a lie anyways? You knew all along!
I already told you about how Rebecca and I don't really get along anymore, right?
Did you tell me that?
I told you all about how for the past few years, her attitude has been getting worse and worse, and she keeps treating her friends poorly.
But you know that I hardly listen to you when you gripe about stuff like that.
Okay, well, that's entirely on you. Besides, you're the one who went out cheating. Did you forget about the ring on your finger? I don't have any more time for your nonsense, Jeremy. You will pay for what you've done, and that is final. A few days after that conversation, Rebecca's parents wired the money we agreed to in order to settle Rebecca's affair out of court. Then, it was Jeremy's turn to pay. Once I had money from them both, the divorce proceedings went very smoothly. In the meantime, I had moved back in with my parents for some extra support. While there, Jeremy wouldn't stop texting me, begging for me to take him back. Finally, he showed up to my parents' place, and my dad flew out of the front door in a rage, screaming that he'd get off his property. After that, I heard through the grapevine that he began stalking Rebecca's new boyfriend. Unable to accept defeat, he stalked the couple through the city and continuously harassed Rebecca to take him back. Wooed by his tenacity, Rebecca agreed and the two got married, although I can't imagine there is much between the two of them.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hi, Nana, are you there?
Hello? Is that you, Teresa?
Yeah, it's me. You're in your bedroom right now, I assume.
Yes, I'm just tidying up. Are you alright? Has something happened?
I'm sorry for just messaging you like this. I really need to talk to you about something. It's important.
Teresa, you're in the same house as me right now. Just come to my room. There's no need to message me.
Okay, well, Stacy is also in the same house as us, you know. I want to talk to you about something that I don't want to be heard, so I'm messaging you from my own room on the second floor.
Okay, Teresa, now I'm getting worried. Are you going to tell me what's going on?
Nana, when you were in the living room watching TV earlier, did you mutter something about being at your limit?
What do you mean? I said something during my TV watching time?
I'm sorry, I was just right behind you and I heard you say something along those lines. And I see you've been binge watching a lot of TV shows about retirement funds. Then I would catch you glancing in Stacy's direction. It seems like my brother and mom and dad haven't noticed how you both interact with each other. Stacy is acting very hostile towards you, Nana.
Oh, right. You've definitely noticed how she acts towards me. You've always been good at reading the room, Teresa.
Yeah, last year, since I've been spending more time working from home, I've noticed how she acts. When I quit my job to work from home, she seemed to tell me that I'm like a person who just stays at home and does nothing. That's when she started acting hostile towards me as well.
Oh, that sounds about right, coming from her, my dear. I'm sorry that I didn't notice how she was acting towards you, Teresa.
It's okay, Nana. I'm surprisingly calm about the whole thing. I very much just let it go. But when it comes to you, Nana, I needed to discuss it with you or do something about what's happening. Depending on whether this situation continues, we need to consider a counterattack so that we're ready for Stacy. We'll be stronger if there's two of us.
Yes. I'm all that no one would want to mess with. Maybe it's time to take someone's power away from them.
Teresa, we need to talk and you're gonna listen to me. When are you going to start looking for a job?
Really, Stacy, you're still bothering me with that? Oh dear sister-in-law, do you still not understand how working from home is gaining traction around the world and that a lot of people do that? Don't you get why I chose to work like this, Stacy?
But you don't even make a lot of money, so that's pretty dumb of you, isn't it? If you're really making money, then why did you come back to your parents' house when you quit your job, huh?
How many times do I have to explain this to you, Stacy? It's because I'm planning on getting married. I was in the middle of renewing my contract for the apartment, but I decided to come back home until the new place is ready.
Really? If you're getting married, why haven't I seen your husband to be at the house then?
Well, if you must know, he is currently overseas for work at the moment. He'll be back in the country in 2 months.
Oh, really? Now?
Yes, really, Stacy. Look, I'm in the middle of work right now. I'm ending this conversation.
Oh, of course, work. You run along now and do whatever things you class as an actual job.
Nana, are you there? My partner, Alan, he gave me the okay on that matter we were discussing about.
Oh, right. Has he really?
Yes, it's a go. Also, I talked to my brother about how Stacy is milking you for all you've got. He knows about the pension stuff.
Oh, okay. So something has finally been said about it.
If I didn't tell him about it, Nana, we couldn't proceed with our plan.
Yes, of course. That's all right, Teresa. It was good that I left the timing up to you when it comes to talking to your brother.
That's fine, Nana. We can now do what needs to be done. Also, Alan wanted to say hi to you online before he gets back to the States. Is that okay?
He wants to talk to me online?
Yeah, we use the internet to connect with him so that we can video chat and things while he's out of the US. Dad and my brother said that they wanted to say hi to Alan too. Stacy will be out of the house at her part-time job on Saturday at around 1 o'clock, so we can talk to hassling about me getting a job when I work from home. I need to talk to you about something.
Oh yeah, and what might that be?
Stacy, have you been using my Nana's pension without her permission?
Huh? What are you talking about?
About 1 year ago, you said something like, "It's dangerous for the elderly to be handling any money, so I will do it for you from now on." You took her credit card and her ID so that you could have authority over her information, didn't you? It is right to say that you've only been giving her $105 a month while you keep the rest from her.
Wait a second, I told her to keep quiet.
My Nana doesn't usually spend a lot of money on things. My dad has been covering the food and water bills, so it seemed like there were no problems at all.
Well, isn't that right? Then there's nothing wrong, right?
I don't think so, Stacy. Funny enough, there's been an increase on branded items lying about the house.
What? No, there's not. What are you talking about?
Well, explain how one time you went on a getaway trip 1 week after her pension came through. You only work 3 times a week, making $10.50, right? At that sort of pace, can you really afford to splurge with the sole money you're earning?
What? Is this talk seriously, Teresa?
And then when it comes to the credit card bill, when I ask my Nana to see it, she never seems to show me.
Well, that's just...
Is it something that you don't want to be seen by anyone? Is that it?
No way, that's not it at all. I never thought that I would get accused by a silly little girl named Teresa who doesn't even bother finding a job. I was just trying to do what's best for your Nana and manage her finances. What's the big deal? I'm just trying to be helpful.
You were never being helpful in the first place. Basically, what you need to do is give my Nana her credit card back.
Whatever, Teresa. Ugh. You're just the little parasite that will be living in their parents' house forever. You have no say in any matters since you're single and have no children. So shut up. If you want to give your own opinion, at least start working hard or get married, whichever comes first.
Really? Is that what I should do? In my honest opinion, I understand how your mind works really well, Stacy.
Use your brain, you useless woman. All you have to do to understand what I'm saying is to understand Teresa. Oh, Teresa? It's rare for me not to see you in the mornings and then not see you return home. I was being cautious when it came to talking about your Nana's pension, but now I wonder if it's really necessary. Oh, Teresa, we all know you have no job and you're super single, so anything you accuse me of is invalid. You've probably finally realized that you're in no position to stand up. Enough of my rambling. So excited that it's pension day tomorrow. It's been a long 2 months, but don't worry, I'll take good care of it this time. Let the money roll in. Teresa, I bet this is all you're doing.
What? I have no clue what you're talking about.
I can no longer use Nana's credit card or any of her documents.
Oh, it's about getting her pension money out of her account, I assume.
Yes, what else would I mean? Today is the payment day, so I went to take out the money and I couldn't use the credit card.
Oh, right. Yeah, I went to the bank and said that it had been lost, so they canceled the card and reissued it to me.
What? They reissued the card?
Yeah, I got a bit carried away with the whole thing since Nana wasn't sure how to go about it. It's her pension and she has the right to use that money. It's not an allowance for you to go out and splurge on whatever you please. That money is not yours. About $31,000 has disappeared from that account in the time that you've managed it. So it's obvious that you've spent all that money, right?
That's not it. Why would you stop making such weird accusations about me? I shouldn't expect anything less from a lazy parasite like you who doesn't want to work. If you don't stop with this crap, then I'll throw you and your stupid Nana right out of this house.
Would you really do that, Stacy? That would be a bit difficult considering Nana and I already moved out. Didn't you notice?
Wait, you moved out of the house?
Well, my partner has come back from working overseas, you see. So I took Nana with me and we moved into my new house.
But this can't be true. You have a partner, really?
I talked about my Nana's situation with Alan, and we thought that the best thing to do for her right now is for her to live with us. Then it became my mission to get my Nana's bank account back from my gold-digging sister-in-law. My partner advised me to reissue another credit card so that nothing on the original card could be accessed. So that's what I did.
How could you do this to me, you little parasite? I feel absolutely sick to my stomach. This can't couldn't be happening. I just got home from my job. What the heck is this?
What is it now, Stacy?
Everything in the house except my stuff is gone. Where are your parents? Where's my husband? There are divorce papers on top of my things.
Oh, yes. I told my parents and my brother about Nana's pension situation and how you were taking her money.
What? You told them?
From that point, my brother thought of going to the credit bureau so they could investigate further since they were big allegations.
What? The credit bureau? What could they possibly do?
Surprisingly, a lot. The other day, an investigation report came through. It also seems like that you were having an affair behind my brother's back.
That's a lie.
But in the end, they figured out where that $31,000 had been spent. It seems like you were using it with that man you were cheating with. Is that correct?
No, you're wrong. That's not true.
Along with the divorce papers, you should find papers that we have served to you for cheating and a lawyer's business card. My brother intends to sue you for your infidelity and will request alimony for the pain you have caused him and for taking my Nana's pension and using it for your own benefit. It seems like you will have to pay the full amount.
No, you've got all this wrong. I didn't have an affair. It's not true. This is an outrage.
If you have anything to say about it, take it up with the lawyer. Don't even think about contacting us directly.
But you've got all this wrong. I can't pay back that sort of money.
You telling me that we've got it all wrong is not going to change the decisions my family has made. You've ripped off my Nana, and my brother is heartbroken. We'll see you in court. You better hire a good lawyer. You're going to need one.
Teresa, you've got to listen to me. I need to tell you my side. This isn't what happened. I didn't do anything. I swear. Come back.
After talking to Stacy, my brother got a call from her. She repeatedly kept saying that it's all wrong, and he let out a sigh and hung up. The house I had lived in up until now was a rental, so I quickly canceled the contract and moved out. Also, my brother received alimony from Stacy and her cheating partner. In total, Stacy used about $50,000 from Nana's pension account, and now Stacy's parents are paying my Nana back. They'll get the money as Stacy's own debt in the years to come. Well, of course, to pay off her debt, Stacy is working from morning to night rather than just working part-time. With having no big amounts of money, she lost her house and now lives in a rundown apartment on the outskirts of the city. Her clothes and appearance are in tatters, but it looks like she still goes to work every day. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.